May 3, 2007. A 3-year-old girl vanishes from a holiday apartment while her parents dine nearby. 18 years later, Britain's largest and most expensive missing person investigation continues, leaving us with far more questions than answers. What really happened to Madeleine McCann? Let's be clear, everything we're about to discuss is based on public records, official statements, and established news reporting. We're looking at documented concerns, not unverified theories. It started here, apartment 5A at the Ocean Club Resort in Praia da Luz, Portugal. On the evening of May 3, 2007, Madeleine's parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, discovered she was gone. They had been dining with friends just 50 meters away, making routine checks on their children. The Portuguese police launched an immediate, frantic search, but within months, the trail went cold. 4 years later, the case was reignited. Then Prime Minister David Cameron ordered the Metropolitan Police to review all the evidence. This review quickly became a full-blown investigation called Operation Grange, which has now cost British taxpayers over £13 million. It was meant to be a fresh start, a deep dive into over 30,000 documents from Portuguese police, UK agencies, and private detectives. The Met promised to chase genuinely new leads. Yet, here we are. By 2023, the investigation had been scaled back to just a single detective. No arrests have ever resulted in charges. Key suspects have been identified, investigated, and either cleared or remain uncharged. So where did the investigation go? It has shifted focus multiple times. In 2013, the theory was a burglary gone wrong. Operation Grange released e-fit images of potential suspects and identified 38 persons of interest. Critics immediately questioned this, as it was a major pivot from the initial Portuguese investigation. The exact reason for this tactical change has never been made public. Then, in June 2020, a new name dominated the headlines: Christian Bruckner. German prosecutors publicly named him their prime suspect, stating they had evidence Madeleine was dead and that he was responsible. But here's where it gets confusing. British authorities confirmed Bruckner was a suspect, but didn't go as far as the Germans. If German police were so sure, why did Operation Grange continue as a missing person case? To this day, Bruckner has not been charged in connection with Madeleine's disappearance. German prosecutors admit their evidence is largely circumstantial. The glaring discrepancy between German certainty and British caution remains a huge, unexplained mystery. And then there's the money. By 2018, Operation Grange had cost nearly £12 million. Members of Parliament began asking if this was a proportionate use of resources, especially when compared to the funding for thousands of other missing person cases. The Met has secured funding through 2024, but the public deserves to know why this one case receives such exceptional investment while so many others get so little. The Met has not released a detailed accounting of how the money was spent, citing operational security. Let's talk about the evidence, or the lack of clarity around it. Multiple witnesses reported seeing a man carrying a child near the resort that night. E-fit images were created in 2008, but Operation Grange didn't release them until 2013. Why the 5-year delay? Was it careful vetting or a missed opportunity? The Portuguese investigation initially focused on a window at the apartment, suggesting it was used for entry. But Operation Grange later downplayed the significance of this evidence. Again, the specific forensic reasoning for this change of heart has not been shared. This case is a labyrinth of contradictions and unanswered questions. How resources are allocated, how evidence is weighed, and how international police forces coordinate or fail to affects public trust in the entire justice system. For every high-profile case like this, there are countless families of other missing people watching and waiting. Today, the primary theory still centers on Christian Bruckner. but it remains just that, a theory. The case is active. No scenario has been definitively proven or eliminated. If you have any information that could be relevant, please contact Operation Grange directly. We've put links to official documents and source materials in the description below, so you can review the evidence for yourself. Madeleine McCann was only 3 years old. She deserves answers. And so does every family still searching for a loved one. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown informative, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more deep dives into complex cases.